Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Zelp, and today we are going to talk about a mistake that I have in my spreadsheet. And this kinda is a mistake that involves two of the last videos. And I feel like only a handful of people actually noticed, and thank you very much for telling me. Now the mistake that I made here is that the scaling with the mods from the health does not start with the Warframe at rank 30. It starts with the Warframe at 0 rank. So what I'm trying to say here is that the rank 30 health, like let's say Inaros that has here 2.2k, you don't increase this health by 440% when you put on Vitality. You actually increase Inaros base health when he was rank 0 by 440% and then add to this amount. So I don't really know why they made it that way. I feel like it's very misleading, especially if you're new and you're like playing a new character and then suddenly you get Vitality and you see, oh, it increases my health by 440%. You won't think about what was your health like games ago before you ranked up and then think how that would increase your overall health. And I feel like it's one of the reasons why Warframe is at its current state where there's a lot of things that you couldn't assume, and there's a lot of learning curve things where you actually have to play a lot before you realize these things. I'm actually not too sure if I knew about this because I did some other calculations before that I remember involving these things. And I do remember talking about this aura back in the days where you only give 18% of maximum health. And right now after this hot fix, they actually bump it up to 90%, which is a lot better because back in the days it's 18% out of its base. And if you look at a Warframe that has really low health, let's say Loki, at its base it only has 75, but at rank 30 it will have about 225. But 18% out of 75 is like only an extra like what 13 health. It's so insignificant. And I was talking about it. Nice to see they actually made a change and increased it from 18% to 90% now. And I think I'm one of the first person who actually realized that it applies on the base. Now if you play around the health of a unranked and rank 30 Ash or any other Warframe, you'll realize that their ratio is always about 3 times. So its original or its base is, let's say 150, then times 3 you get 450. Same goes with shields, it was 100 and then it become 300. Lucky for us, the armor doesn't change, so we didn't really do anything wrong there. So basically, from our table that we did in the last video, our new shields and health needs to be changed. It's actually not that high because we are basing off the increment of the mods from its rank 30. We have to actually base it on its rank 0. And from what I can see, I believe that it actually doesn't change the ranking system, like who is at the top and who is at the bottom. We'll actually see later after I do all the changes. Now I'm actually going to edit and talk at the same time because I don't have much time left. I had to reset or reformat my computer because of some corrupted files. I don't even have Warframe installed yet, so everything we do here we cannot actually check in game. So the first thing that I'll be doing is I'm going to add an extra column over here and also one next to the shield. We'll call it as base. You know what, just to make sure that people know, I'm gonna put a dot and a H there, and this one will be base for shields. I don't want to waste too much space because I do want them to kind of be able to fit in one page like this. If I make it any longer, everything's going to become even smaller. It's just going to be really hard to see. So this one, simply put, I'm just going to take its rank 30 health and I'm going to divide that by 3, and that's going to give you the base. Yikes, it's in decimals. Okay, we are still going to use it though. I'm going to drag it all the way down here, and those with decimals, I think I will change it without using a formula and look through the wiki and see what its actual base is, so that we don't have to deal with the decimals. And this part will be exactly the same, with this one divided by 3. Okay, and then we'll drag this down. Okay, seems like the only one with decimals is Inaros. So let's take a look at Inaros here. Inaros. Okay, according to Wiki, Inaros unranked health is 550. So let's put that as 550. What? How does this even scale? I'm starting to think that it's not all 3 times. Why does Inaros health look so weird? Okay, it's really weird. It seems like Inaros is an exception, and I don't really know why. Okay, sorry, but I really don't know why Inaros is so special. So its final rank 30 health is actually not 3 times its base health, but everything else seems to be correct. Let me know down in the comments if you know why, or if there's actually some other thing that I'm missing out. And then for the shields, from what I can see, it looks like it's correct as well. It's 3 times. So now for the formula for the new health and shields. It has to be where the final one is added plus the equation for multiplying whatever mods they put in. So it's going to be equals to the base, right? I think I need to remove this. Multiplied by the increment, which in this case is this health multiplier here. And I think that's pretty much it. Technically I don't need to put this bracket, but I feel like having the bracket on just makes things a little bit more certain. Yeah, I think it's correct. Looks about right. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this down, change them all, and then after that it's time for the shields. So the shields is pretty much the same thing. The multiplier, we take the original shield and then we add with the base shield times the shield multiplier. Okay, like that. And then drag this down. So it was really too much of an overkill before. And then now we have our new set of values. And it's really just that simple. But let's just see if it actually changes the ranking or anything. So we have, before we have Inaros at first, and then we have Grandal second, Hildren third, Nidus at fifth, and also Atlas Prime at fourth. So right now, if I were to change the EHP again from top to bottom, what do we have? It looks like it looks like nothing much has changed. At least the top view is still the same. So I guess although it is a number problem, as in the EHP is actually not that high, but the ranking of who has the most EHP is still somewhat accurate in the past 2 videos. Now I'd like to thank again those that actually realized my mistake. Sadly, currently I couldn't do the editing and everything to get your name out. My editor is actually still downloading, and basically today's video is kind of a rush. Now I'm hoping that the way that I arrange the mods, the sequence, you know, which one should have redirection, vitality, or steel fiber does not change, because I really don't think I can go through everything again at the moment. Now I really want to make a video about shield gating, but until now I still can't really think of really interesting ways to use it. If you guys want to help me out to make tomorrow's video a little bit more interesting by sharing your thoughts about shield gating and also what ideas you have to use it creatively, let me know down in the comments. The one with the best ideas, you're probably going to get a glyph as a reward. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the mistake. Stay safe, stay clean. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. I mean, seriously, think about it. Why would they want to implement the mods on not its current health, but its health back when he was still a baby? It's one of those things that's so misleading in my opinion, especially even if you look at the mod itself and its description. It doesn't say like, you know, 440% out of its base. The only reason I can think of why they did that in the past is probably either they don't want the Warframe to be too strong, or it might be just due to some easy coding. So If you are at rank 0, you still get added the same amount as when you are rank 30. So that way you don't have to keep changing the values or process or calculate the value based on what rank you are. But honestly, I feel like Warframe need to look through at the past content that they have and try to make it easy for new players to understand how it actually works. And not for players to go through YouTube videos or go to the wiki every single day reading for every single mod. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.